Okay, I just got back from seeing Skyscraper, and yeah, the movie is not very good. The plot concerns Will Sawyer, that's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's character. He is a former FBI agent who loses his leg in a suicide bombing, and he subsequently winds up marrying the doctor who took care of him, who's named Heather. They have 2 kids. It's 10 years after the bombing, and he has a job as a security consultant for the Pearl, a massive, well, skyscraper in Hong Kong, built by a man named Zhao. But not too long after he gets the job, his tablet that allows him to access the building security code eventually gets stolen. Well, it's attempted to get stolen, and through some shenanigans that unfortunately involve a former FBI agent, fellow FBI agent, who stabs him in the back, and it winds up in the hands of a terrorist group led by a man named Bota. And the basic reasoning behind this is Bota was working for several crime syndicates to basically extort protection money to allow Zhao to build the Pearl. Unfortunately, unfortunately for him, Bota, the villain, Zhao used basically this tracking software with his financial transfers, and he's able to locate all the crime syndicates, and now he had leverage on them to back off, because it's like, if you don't back off, I'll basically tell the authorities where you're all located, and you'll be done for. And so Zhao now has to, Bota now has to kind of make things up and get this drive containing the software. Here's the problem with this plot. They don't reveal really that part of it until about an hour and 20 minutes into an hour and 50-minute movie. It's like not until the last half hour of the movie that this gets revealed, and that's where that's the kind of problem. Like, why are they doing this? Like, okay, you're trying to do your own version of Die Hard. That's great. Die Hard's a great movie. It's perfectly good to copy it. Here's where Die Hard succeeds with the villains. You pretty much learn within the first, I'd even say 30 minutes, 40 minutes at most, what their goal is. What Hans Gruber's goal is. It's, I'm using terrorist activities to mask the fact that I'm actually just going to steal a bunch of barrel bonds. That's all, exactly. And right off the bat, we know what they're after, we know what the goal is, we know what the situation John McClane is going to be finding himself in, and it works. Here, it doesn't, because it's just, okay, why are they attacking the building? Okay, they're attacking the building. Okay, they've set the residential area of the building on fire. Why? Okay, what are they after? What are they after? What are they after? Get to the dang point. And again, like, The Rock, Will Sawyer has to get back into the building to rescue his family because they're trapped inside. He has to, unfortunately, the authorities think he's a suspect because they realize that it's through his computer that all these shenanigans with the security system has happened. And he has to get into the building through a crane. This is where you see a lot of the action set pieces. The action set pieces are okay. Unfortunately, a lot of them take a long time to develop. Again, the pacing of this movie is not good. There's a scene, like the scene you see in a lot of the trailers, where he's using the construction crane to crack the window, and then he has to do and makes this running leap on his artificial leg to get across. You know, that's fine. Like, I think that was probably the most reasonably planned out. However, later in the film, both kidnaps Georgia, that's Sawyer's daughter, and uses that as leverage to access this penthouse that Zhao has walled himself up in. And the override for this penthouse is in the wind turbines that generate the building's power. And he has to get down to that, and that's where you see this whole scene where he's hanging by his artificial leg, and he has to detach it and use it as kind of like a grappling hook. And that's fine, but it takes a good 7 minutes to develop that whole scene, and it's just like, get to the dang point. As this is happening, he sends his wife and son down the elevator shaft because he uses an override to get them down there and get them out of the building. And the wife starts helping the authorities and explaining the situation to them. Eventually, Will manages to get to Zhao, who explains everything. Finally, and then they work together to throw Botha and his group off, and eventually Will picks up a gun for the first time in 10 years, but he doesn't actually use it, so I don't get what the point was of having him symbolically pick up the gun. Like I said, there are some cool parts of this movie, mainly that involve the titular skyscraper, the Pearl. The building looks real. I mean, I don't know how they did it. I mean, it was actually it literally looks like it could be part of the Hong Kong landscape. And you see and of course you see it in the trailers too. There's the room with the mirrors that can be reversed. And it looks like you're basically standing across the Hong Kong skyline. Again, that scene looks really cool, and it does pay off because that's where the climax of the film happens, where Botha and Zhao and Will are all in this building, because those mirrors can also be reversed, and it kind of gives you this Lady of Shanghai effect, where all that stuff, where it's like you can't tell which is the reflection, which is the real person. And basically Sawyer uses this to trick Botha and kick him over a ledge, and where he falls to his death. Again, no Hans Gruber miracle rescue that gets thwarted at the final minute. Sadly, no Reginald Bell Johnson-esque character cop to banter with, unfortunately. Again, so much of this film could have been better if they just bolstered up some of the supporting cast, again, tightened up some of the pacing a little bit, and again, stated the villain's intentions off the bat. Unfortunately, they don't do any of that, and it really just drags this film. It makes this what should be a kind of taut action thriller feel really, really boring. I mean, it's almost as bad as Die Hard 5. Almost. So yeah, I'm going to wind up giving Skyscraper an F. It's just not very good, unfortunately.
Thursday, must-see TV means no more repeat. It's all-new comedy all night long. An all-new Mad About You with SNL's Julia Sweeney.
Who'd want to miss that?
An all-new Wings, 2 people, 4 dates, 1 night. And a 1-hour Seinfeld spectacular, when you'll meet Elaine's new boyfriend, Judge Reinhold.
What's he like? He's nice, bit of a close talker.
The Space Invader.
How about you, Jerry?
Get set for in-your-face comedy.
You must be Kramer.
With all new episodes of your favorite shows, NBC, Thursday.
Okay, it's trailer time, and not really anything new here, unfortunately. We had Equalizer 2 again. That comes out next week. Spy Who Dumped Me again. Mission Impossible Fallout again. The Meg again. Mile 22. I'm trying to think if we had this one before or not. Marco, I want to say I know I've at least seen the trailer for it, but I don't know if it's been on YouTube or in the theaters. I'm going to guess no. And The Predator again. So, yeah. Anyway, next video up is going to be the Extreme Rules recap and review. The next movie review will be Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Because if ABBA sucks, you suck. And then after that, we'll have the random trade review on the first volume of the Warlock Masterworks. See you all next time. Hey guys, is there a movie you want me to tackle? If it's some stinker like Baywatch or the Emoji Movie or something else? Check out my Patreon at Sleepy Time for Cat Productions. See how you can make that happen.